I was surprised to find myself trending on Twitter again today. Turned out it was just another white liberal, sick of the color of his own skin. It's fair to say I didn't think much of Morgan J. Freeman first time I laid eyes on him. He was a filmmaker and TV producer, so I'm told. Most importantly, an advocate for human rights and racial justice. Racial justice. Oh, I know what he thinks it means, but to me it's just another made-up term, so a fella like him can wear a suit and tie and have a job. I was underwhelmed reading his IMDb filmography. Although he did produce the widely acclaimed Teen Mom series. Morgan J. Freeman, whose biggest claim to fame is directing one episode of Dawson's Creek. Morgan J. Freeman, who crawled through a river of shit and came out smelling like shit on the other side.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you enjoyed that intro because this guy is about to get a piece of my mind because it's rhetoric like this, I believe, from both the left and the right in different ways, I suppose, that is mostly responsible for getting, I think, a lot of these young men whipped up into doing terrible things. I talked about everything that happened over the weekend and how I believe the mainstream media, while this clown has personal responsibility, and I hope rots in jail, the media plays a part in making these monsters into superstars because the almighty ad revenue. And then you get this ultra mega super huge brain who's best known for working on Teen Mom, a show that basically exploits young women who make mistakes and putting and airs all their dirty laundry on TV for people to consume, had something to say about whiteness. In fact, claiming it is a disease. Interesting thing coming from a white man. But let's get into the story. By the way, I've been telling everyone today, I found out that the orders for the legendary starter kits were a little behind from coffeebrandcoffee.com. They should all be shipping out today. It was a t-shirt issue. We ran out of some sizes. I do greatly apologize for that. Thank you to everyone who picked up the cold brew bags yesterday, as well as a decaf and one of our 5 delicious other flavors if you're a coffee fan. Nothing else, stop over to the site. If you pick some up, please leave a review. Or if you're on the fence, come read some of the reviews. These are legit. This is like a legit product. You know, this isn't some random white label thing. I stand behind my beans, and I hope that you'll try them out. I'll leave the link in the description. You can save 5% with my promo code. Teen Mom producer and American Psycho 2 director claims whiteness is a disease. The executive producer for Teen Mom and for American Psycho 2, Morgan J. Freeman, not that Morgan Freeman, recently took to Twitter where he described whiteness as a disease. Tweeting, being anti-racist starts with admitting that whiteness is a disease. Now, to restore a little bit of faith in you, that tweet had a whopping 600 likes and 7,381 comments. We're going to take a look into that in just a minute because he tried to go back and explain it, and that didn't work either. It's a disaster. It gets horribly ratioed, thankfully, okay? He writes then, whiteness is a dominant cultural space with enormous political significance with a purpose to keep others on the margin. Okay. Some of the replies from Jessica O'Donnell. Oh, she follows me. Good. I follow her too, I guess. Don't know who she is, but she's not going to bang you. Mark Dice coming in. Liberalism is disease, not humans. Travis Howard. Honest question. What are the symptoms of whiteness? Combating racism with racism. Nice. a lot of pictures of, you know, here's Rita Panay, I'm guessing. Should probably follow her. She seems based. Picture of him, who is in fact white. Ron Coleman writes, I'm more likely to be a POC tomorrow than you are not to be stupid. I don't like this is actually insanity. And like the thing is, why this is something that I thought was important to make a video on. Not that I make 7 videos a day and there's always something I need to be talking about, but this is the rhetoric that trickles down into, if you have somebody who's like into that replacement theory and they're worried about people's race and stuff like that, this is the rhetoric of somebody who, you know, this enforces what a lot of these young kind of radicals believe. And it's hard when there's thousands of people saying stuff like this to try to bring somebody back off the ledge and say, no, they don't want to replace you. They don't think that you're evil. They don't. When this guy's saying whiteness is a disease, and you can qualify, quantify, and wiggle and waggle all you want around it, but this statement is, of course, racist. I don't know. He's clearly a white man. I don't know why. I don't get it. He added, to justify it, Freeman's disgusting and hateful comments aren't a surprise. Before sharing his thoughts to Twitter, he declared that America needs more critical race theory. He wrote, America needs way more CRT and way less great replacement theory. Okay. A little over 6 months ago, he was claiming that whiteness should be bred out of humanity. He wrote, why can't Republicans just accept that whiteness they cherish will be bred out of the human race? I mean, if for somebody who's denying that white replacement is a thing, so for somebody saying that that isn't a thing, they sure sound like that's something they want. Look, I get it. I live in blissful ignorance in terms of my race. My race does not factor into my mind at all during the day, most days of the week. Okay. I didn't choose to be born white, but I was. And I understand that for other people, especially, you know, depending on where they live or whatever the social situations they're in, their race becomes an issue, even though it shouldn't, but it does for some people. I'm not exactly sure what this clown thinks, what this absolute moron thinks he's going to accomplish with this type of rhetoric. Most recently, he implied that Tucker Carlson is, of course, a supremacist by sharing a 26-second clip. Of course, blaming Tucker Carlson for everything happened this week. This guy is a lunatic. Saying that your family, a picture of a cringe picture of a family with all their, you know, defense, saying that you and your family are intentionally inciting this type of behavior and supremacy. What? How do these people, like, white supremacist Republicans are terrified of black and brown communities having equal access to ballot boxes? Are you kidding? You know who's terrified of the black community voting? Democrats. It's why they try so desperately every election to remind them that because they're black, they must vote Democrat. Joe Biden literally said that. Look at how black people are treated by liberals when they're conservative. Look at how they feel it's okay. Look how they're openly racist to them. Look how they feel it's okay to treat them because they're Republicans first in their mind and black second. They're happy to shove black folks into their purse, though, as their purse puppies, as long as they can use them to accomplish whatever it is that they want. Also says he has no issue with the government that confiscates everybody's, that violates everybody's Second Amendment right. I mean, even Blaze writes, Freeman should not be confused with a famous actor who has the same name. These people are like legitimately lunatics. They are bad they don't want this country to heal. They don't want people to heal. They want division. They want people to hate each other. Because they, of course, this probably comes as no shock to you, hate themselves. They hate themselves deeply, which is why they tweet stuff like this. Imagine saying this kind of stuff in public and standing 10 toes behind it and not thinking like, hey, maybe I'm the idiot here. Maybe I'm part of the problem and not part of the solution, because that's exactly what it looks like. You know, you are not helping anybody when you talk like this. The fact that you were so brutally ratioed gives me a ton of faith in humanity. It feels like, you know, things have changed a little bit, doesn't it? It feels like this is a tweet that would have gone wildly viral just a few years ago. But now it's like, people are like, wait a minute, dog. Like, is this helpful? This person is an idiot and they should feel bad about themselves. I hope you enjoyed this video, though. Make sure you pick up some coffee to enjoy the rest of your day, or some delicious cocos or cold brew for summer. We'll talk to you again real soon.